Yo, what's going on? It's Moe here. Yo, what's going on? It's Moe here. And yo, what's going on? What's going on? If you don't know me, my name is Moe. And I'm gonna get straight to the point. You guys bought the course. You wanna learn how I made 40K in 2 weeks. And I'm not here to feed you some fairy tale or sell you a dream. I'm just gonna walk you through exactly how I made 40K in sales from dropshipping in just 2 weeks. No fake flexing, no rented cars, just the exact steps I took, and and how one video got me 500,000 views, and that turned into real money. This wasn't some overnight luck either. I tested stuff, failed, learned the hard way, but once I found the right product and hit the right angle, everything changed. So I'm breaking down the product, the store, the content, and how I scaled it. Let's get into it. Alright, so finding the products. Here's the truth. Your whole success in dropshipping starts with picking the right product. It doesn't matter how good your store looks. If your product's mid, you're not gonna get sales. Now you're wondering, what is the product that helped me make my first 40K? Now you might be wondering, what product helped me make 40K thousand? Now you might be wondering, what product helped me make 40K in 2 weeks? My winner was a cube-shaped LED lamp. Simple as that. Not some crazy gadget, but it looked clean, gave off luxury vibes, and people could imagine it in the room. That's the key. People buy off emotion and aesthetics, especially on TikTok. I found it just scrolling. I saw a similar product go viral, everyone in the comments tagging friends saying, "Oh, where do I get this?" Boom, I knew I had something. I hit AliExpress, found a version with clean photos and I found the product. Once I found the product, this is legit what I did. I searched it up. Cube light, alright? Here it is. As you can see, it's £8 with free shipping, alright? Basically, all I did was sell it for £30, add it to my Shopify store, sell it for £30, and once you click buy now, you put the buyer's information. So instead of putting your location and all that, you put the buyers, as if you're ordering it for yourself, but with their information. And then you ship it to their house. Also, make sure to check the reviews, Like over here, this one got 1 review, so this is not a reliable one. And also you always gotta check the reviews and the delivery time. If the delivery time is late, then don't buy it. And because you're gonna have customers complain about it not delivering to them on time. And also, if the reviews are low, then it's not reliable. You gotta find something that has a high review. For example, let's click on this one. For example, I just found one for £2. You know, you can always. For example, I just found one for. For example, I just found one for £2. You know, you could always find something better, and the delivery time is even better than the one before, and it has 5-star review, and it has amazing reviews. You know, 171 with 4.7, so it's nearly perfect. So you know, it's nearly perfect. And now you just do the same steps that I told you. You know, put it in your store, ship it out to them. You know, buy it as if you're buying it for yourself, but with their information, and now you're good. Alright, now we're on to setting up. Now we're on to setting up the store. So you know, once I had the product, I built a simple Shopify store, and when I say simple, I mean simple. You know, white background, black text, minimal distractions, and my headline was like, "This cube lamp is going viral for a reason." Straight to the point. You know, I added trust badges. If you don't know how to set up a store, I have a link over here with a video explaining everything start to bottom. If you don't know how to set up a Shopify store, I have a link over here explaining everything start to bottom. You know, this video is everything you need in order to set up a shop. This video is everything you need in order to set up a store. Anyways, with that being said, I added trust badges, a sticky buy button for Anyways, with that being said, you know, I made it feel like a vibe. You want people to see the product on your site and instantly want it in their space. You know, I kept the checkout clean, no pop-ups. Because that's where 90% of your traffic is coming from. Especially on mobile, you know, you don't want to do too much, because that's where 90% of your traffic. And especially on mobile, you know, you don't want to do too much, because that's where 90% of your traffic is coming from. Part 3. Alright. Now we head on to making the content. Now this is where it all changed. Content. I made one TikTok showing the cube lamp lighting up in a dark room. You know, I put some mood music in the back, text overlay that said something like, POV, you just change your room. That video got 500k views in 2 weeks, and after that I was locked in. I just let the video do its thing. I put the link in the description of my bio. I put the link in the description of my bio, and I just sat there. And from there, sales started coming in, and I was just vibing, you know? I was chilling. And from there, I was just living, and the money was just coming in. You know, here's the video. You know, here's the video for proof. And that truly changed everything, you know? And that truly changed everything for me. You know, the goal is to make it feel like something people wanted to repost. You know, the goal is to make it feel like something people want to repost or tag friends in. That's how you go viral. Not by forcing it, saying buy my product, but making it feel relatable or aesthetic. going viral or scaling. Once that video hit 500k, I didn't just, once that video hit 500k, I doubled down, I started responding to comments. I started responding to comments. I told them, DM me so I can explain how you can buy it if people are confused. I started making more videos after that. You gotta double down. You can't just post it and then you'll be like, nah, that's it. Nah, why not? You can make more money if it's in your hand. You gotta double down, You don't just leave it and then you're like, okay, now I'm gonna get rich and relax for the rest of my life. No, you gotta double down, keep posting. The more, the better money. The more money, the better it is, Why would you settle for less when you can make more? Alright, now we move on to the mistakes I made. I'm not gonna act like I did everything perfect. I didn't set clear shipping expectations. I didn't set clear shipping expectations early. So I got some angry emails. I underpriced it at first. People still bought, but I still missed out on better profit. I didn't upgrade my supplier till I didn't upgrade my supplier till week 2, so I should have done that sooner. But I moved fast and adjusted. That's where the game is. You don't have time to sit around. Speed is everything. So final thoughts. Final thoughts. That's how I turned a cube lamp and one viral TikTok into 40k in 2 weeks. Product research, clean store, good content, smart scaling, that's it. If you take anything from this, stop overcomplicating it. This isn't luck. It's learning, testing, and capitalizing when you see momentum. If you follow the steps I made in this video, I promise you're gonna see results. Just remember to stay consistent, put in the work, and you'll thank me later.